Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. I know a lot of you are KULR fans, and a lot of you have been joining the Discord, and a lot of you have been telling me the same story. A lot of people who have been joining the Discord have been from KULR stock and Rigetti stock, but mainly KULR stock. A lot of people bought it at around 23 cents, 33 cents, 40 cents, somewhere around there, and they are absolutely livid that they did not sell at the top. So I've had people ask me, like, I don't know how to sell. Like, I'm good at buying and holding, I just don't know when to sell. And unfortunately, some people in the Discord, they didn't buy at 23 cents. They bought up here or up here and they're holding a big bag. So you use them as liquidity if you bought down there at 30 cents. Obviously, I didn't buy in and I have not bought in because I'm still waiting for the crossover, which is it's going to save me from buying, at the top, right? Because I follow my rules. I follow my system. That aside, we've talked about that. I had one new individual join the Discord, and I'm assuming it's a she because her name is Araceli or Alicia or something. She was telling me that she bought at 33 cents and she could have sold for 100K when it was near the top, but she didn't hit the sell button because she was greedy, because she wanted more. But now the stock is down to 2.28, and of course it's down like over half from where it was then. So now she'd be selling for a lot less. In hindsight, she wished she had sold for that 100K. And she asked me, like, how do I time the top? And I'm like, you can't time the top. You're never gonna know where the top is. If it was that easy, we'd time the bottom and the top and make our money. So there's no way. The best way to time when to sell is you. There's so many different strategies to selling, but she should have just taken. I told her, I'm like, you should have just taken the 100K. Are you kidding me? There would be people who would be their fingers, their hands, their arms would be shaking as they're trying to click the sell button to take that 100K off the table. And so she's not the only one. There's other people from KULR stock who have come to me with a similar story. They wish they had sold at the top. They would have made so much more, and now they're holding it. Here's the sad part, and I really hope to save a lot of you. This is the whole point of the story. I really hope to save a lot of you, a lot of pain, because do not underestimate the stock market. The stock market can make you a lot of money. It can pump huge, and it can also dump huge. Do not underestimate the stock market. Do not be surprised if you're up right now like 10x. It could easily come down and now you'll be only up 2x or 3x. And you'll be kicking yourself for not selling sooner. Be very careful with this mentality of, oh man, I hope, because I'm pretty sure, and I don't mean to call her out or anyone else out in the Discord, but there are some people holding KULR from bottom and they don't want to sell because they really want more. They want more. They want $10, $50 per share because then they'd be able to flip it for like millions. And so they're being very greedy. They're being so greedy that they're willing to hold it all the way back down because in their mind they can't they wouldn't be they don't believe that it can go back down, right? They don't believe that. They believe no way it's going to come back down nice and cheap again to my average. But it can happen and I've seen it before. We'll see, but I'm telling you right now, on Tuesday, when Trump is in office, the market's going to have a very volatile reaction, and things are either going to go up or they're going to come down. So those of you still holding, you're up in the green quite a bit even here. You're up almost 10x if you bought it like in the 20s. Or even at 30s, you're up almost 10x. I would still hold and see what Tuesday brings because we're gonna get a very volatile move, and we'll come back and I'll make a video on KULR on Tuesday, and we'll have a good laugh if it pumps, if we get a Trump pump, and but you won't be laughing if we don't get that Trump pump because that means the market is bleeding out. It's going to be very interesting. I think Trump is really going to dictate the next 4 years for the market. I think we can all agree with that. Like, it's going to dictate what's going to happen. And we don't know what's going to happen. If we knew, we would position ourselves as such. But you'll notice the stock market and a lot of stocks have been going sideways. Even let me see, where's yeah, silver's in a wedge, Tesla's in a wedge. We're we're at a point in the market where nobody knows what's going to happen, and we're just waiting to react to the new president that's coming. Tesla in a wedge, teased a breakout, came right back down. Nvidia has been going sideways since November. We're just waiting now. The only thing that's pumping, the only thing that, you know what's funny? The only thing that's been pumping is Bitcoin. But that's because we know that Trump and his administration is pro crypto. So no one should be surprised by the fact that Bitcoin is and its miners and its ETFs have been pumping, right? But you still look at the stock and it's still been going sideways here. Like Nvidia, it's just been going sideways. If everything goes well, and I hope we do pump, I would assume color comes up with it. It would be the worst thing that can happen is Trump comes into office, all the stocks in the stock market pump except for color. Instead, color does the opposite of the stock market and starts coming down. That would be the most bearish thing that could happen. Imagine a bunch of other stocks pumping and color is one of the few that just keeps going lower. That tells if that happens, that tells me that people don't they're just running. People don't care about color and they're just getting out. So we don't know what the new administration is going to bring, but it's going to be very fun, very interesting. These past 4 years with Biden they've been decent if you know how to trade. They've been actually pretty great if you know how to trade. Because Nvidia went into a bear market, dropped as low as $15 and ran to 150. So if you know how to play the game, the past 4 years have been pretty great. Because a bear market's a good opportunity to add nice and cheap. As for me, color stock, like I said, I'm still waiting for that crossover. If that doesn't happen, it's just gonna bleed, my friend, and it can come down as low as $1. Like if it doesn't hold twos, we're going to $1. And that's like I said, a lot of people are holding in the Discord, hoping that it comes back up so they can sell for, the 100K or 300K or 500K or whatever. Because some of them are still holding from down there at 23 cents because they want more, and they're up so much that they don't want to hit the sell button because they're afraid that I sell right now for 50K, or maybe if I hold one of these days it'll go to $10 and I can make so much more. And so that's a mistake sometimes because if you hold it all the way down, you're gonna be kicking yourself for not selling. So eh, I really, really do implore. I really do advise people, like, if you're up a lot, pay yourself, take some off the table, because you never know what's gonna happen in the market. But I would wait until Tuesday to see how the market reacts. Like I said, the worst thing that can happen is Trump comes in, everything pumps, and color does the opposite. That would be very telling that no one cares about color. And maybe that's a good thing if it was at the bottom, right? But do you really want to buy it as it continues to bleed? I I'm telling you right now, I haven't bought. A lot of people tried to time it here and here and here, and the only people making money are the ones that are timing it and day trading it or swing trading it. But people holding it for hopefully for $10 or whatever, it's not looking good, and that's not what people want to hear. But I just don't want you to. I want you to be ready. Like, don't be surprised if the market pumps and color drops. I hope it pumps. I hope it does. Because if not, all those people holding at 23, 33 cents, they're going to be shocked when it starts coming down to $1. I really hope it doesn't, though. Because there's too many people in my Discord from color stock or Rigetti stock who are still holding from bottom, and they're really hoping we pump. And I hope we do too, man. I hope so. Like, but if we don't, like, be ready to like, you don't want to be that guy or girl that you could have sold for 100K. You could still sell right now for 50K, but you still continue to hold it all the way down, hoping that it comes back up so you can sell for more. And that's like a bad that's not good, right? That's imagine think about that for a second. It pumps all the way up. You're in 100. You're in the green over 100K. You don't hit the sell button. Now you hold it all the way down because you don't want to sell for less than 100K because you know what you could have sold it for. And that's dangerous. That's it. That's just my thought process because I met so many people in the Discord who have joined that uh, some of them are holding a bag at $5. Some of them are yeah, some of them you dumped your shares on them and they bought it up without a strategy for some reason, and some of them are still holding from 23 cents, and it seems to me like they're just waiting for like another big hype cycle. But the hype cycle already ended here on December 27th. And these hype cycles don't happen often. If they happened often enough, we would just, I mean, we would just be making hand over fist money, right? When's the last time this thing ran? Let's just go back in time. When's the last time this got a huge pump? It was at what, 10 cents back in February 9th, 2024, pumped from 10 cents to 90 cents, then it dropped right back down to 20 cents. Wow. As I was saying, do not underestimate the stock market's ability to cause a huge pump and then a huge dump right back. Look, low of 10 cents, pumped to 90 cents, dropped right back to 20 cents. Well, not 10 cents, but 20 cents. So you still could have held, I guess, for or sold for 2x, which would still kind of be shitty, right? Like, imagine holding it all the way down when you could have sold it for 9x. Like, it sucks. Let me look at. So we got two big pumps this year on this one, and then here it pumped from $1 to two. Then it came right back down to $1. So I'm just showing you the history. This one loves to pump. It loves to pump. Here it pumped from 188 to 381, dropped right back to 182. This makes it worse actually. The fact that the history of the stock is for it to pump huge and then it dumps right back to where it was or near it, that's not, that does not bode well. Let's hope that there's a change in that pattern, or a lot of people are going to be very upset that they didn't sell when they were still up quite a bit. I just showed you the history. You can't even deny that. Like, it's had plenty of pumps in the past, and it always retraces like the majority of its move. So I guess you could technically hold for the next pump, but we'll see. We'll see. But I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for my crossover, get in nice and cheap. Then the next pump happens, and I'll take my profits. If you're gonna take profits at least take some off the table on the way up, right? Don't be so greedy that you hold it all the way down. As I just showed you, this one loves to do that. It loves to, it goes up a lot and then it loves to come all the way down. That sucks. I really hope that some of these people in my Discord aren't a representation of a lot of you. I hope you at least take some off the table and still keep some, like or take your original investment out and then ride it for free. The last thing you want to do is hold it and it comes back down and now you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe I held it all the way down when I was up 100K or up 80K, 70K, 60K, 50K, and then it just kept coming down. Like, this is serious, by the way. 10 cents to 90 cents, drop back down to 20 cents. I'm just showing you one more time. 56, 109, came right back to 56. Like, this is a rinse and repeat pattern. One that I plan on abusing because I'm going to buy when it gets cheap. 108, 222 comes right back down to 115. And yeah, I don't think I need to show you anymore. Look at that. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one.